Ready Player One, Spiderwick Chronicles. Let's talk about that real quick.
I don't want to talk to you
I
about
don't think the film's quite as offensive as I originally thought it was. I think it's fine.
I haven't
but it
watched it in a long
condenses
time.
5 books into one, which really
That's
sucks.
what we had
that's
talked
the
about
problem
too.
there.
And I
That's the
saw the and I'm going to be real. I saw the trailer for the new adaptation, and Tony Holly Black is involved, which is interesting. But
although you need Tony DiTerlizzi to balance it out.
Here's my thing. So it's on Roku, which is weird.
Roku.
Nobody's going to watch this show, so it's obviously going to be forgotten with time. It's probably going to be taken off of the streaming service. Nobody's going to watch this.
People
thing.
probably haven't even seen the trailer.
And it's taking an original concept and I might get, man, I don't want to get canceled, but I was kind of, so everybody, here's the thing. Everybody in the new show is of a different race, and that's usually fine in my mind. And I'm usually pretty fine with that. Like I have no problem at all with that. But I remember watching the trailer and I was kind of bummed out because I'm like, okay, Roku really hit me rough. I'm like, dude, this should be on Netflix or something, at least something of notoriety. Even if most Netflix movies are forgotten. No, I don't, because it looks really, really bad. And I kind of felt a little...
Why are you rooting for it to more people to watch it then?
No, I'm like worried that I don't think it's going to be any good because it doesn't look very good, first off. It looks very cheap. And I just don't think this is the right setting to make it right now. They should have waited way longer. They should have actually got a partner.
You mean like what's popular right now?
They should have gotten a partner in terms of distributor and a financier that actually is willing to advertise it out there instead of one crappy trailer that's going to be released on Roku. It's like, what the heck are you guys doing?
Well,
and exactly, I didn't know that. I didn't know it just already came out. Like, you guys should be putting it on Netflix. Send it to Apple TV or something.
I
like, get somebody to produce this.
Like a shot
and
by
not
shot review of
like the first one. At least they had effort in it, and it was fine. But like, this one doesn't look like any effort was.
So okay, so I watched a shot by shot review of episode 1 of the new series, and already they do stuff to cut like as little special effects as possible. In a book series which is full of fantasy creatures, they're doing all these weird tricks to make it be like the actors are like, oh, did you see that?
Oh my god!
And like on screen, yeah. And so they so the main villain of like the books, spoilers, I guess.
That's fine.
You don't see him in the books until the end. Yeah. That's kind of like the build up.
That's
like,
the build up.
What is this villain, this evil that keeps tracking us, you know? And
dude,
you're anticipating it. And in the original movie, they do that because, you know, they're like, okay, let's keep it with the books. At least they do that. Mm-hmm. In the first episode, they reveal the villain.
Oh, man.
But like you see like a weird shapeless silhouette in the darkness. And it walks forward into the light, and it's a human, and it's the villain possessing a human's body, so they didn't have to animate.
Oh, that's so lazy and dumb. God. Yeah. I'm getting more angry now as I do. So one last thing I'll say about it, and this is why I said I didn't want to get canceled, but when I saw that the characters, and I'm not saying that they should be or shouldn't be, but when I saw they were of a different race, I kind of felt a little hurt.
Your grandpa came out?
When I read those books as a kid, I really connected with them. I pictured me as one of the, because it was about siblings, and we were all siblings growing up. So it really made me connect with those characters in the books.
Young brothers who have an older sister.
It's awesome. It's like, okay, this is cool. This could actually happen too, like in the books as a kid, in your imagination. But like, when I see it, I'm like, I mean, that's fine, but it's like, it's not what I want it to be. It's not what I pictured it to be in my mind.
Yeah, right.
They should totally just straight up just do an anime or an animated series of this, because that way you can get Tony DiTerlizzi involved and Holly Black and have them base it off that style and you can even play around, have it painterly, have it anime or whatever. Just so much stuff you can do. If the rights
didn't get screwed up yet by whoever owns it right now, just put it on Apple TV.
And then if you
like
get greenlit for season 2, you already have a second series of books you can go off to, which was a sequel series.
Yeah, it was.
So it makes perfect sense.
And Mark Hamill narrated it.
Have Mark Hamill
in the show.
You can bring him back. But he's not even involved with the Roku series. So anyway, I'm not gonna be mad about Spiderwick Chronicles anymore. Cancel me if you want. I just didn't picture that way.
Speaking of bad adaptations or BADaptations.
I love that.
Not BADaptations. BADaptations.
This just popped into my mind. Are you guys familiar with series of unfortunate events.
Yes.
What did you think of the Jim Carrey movie?
I liked it, but I didn't. I like me some. I did not.
I don't like it because that's the reason we got the Spiderwick movie, David. They they try to condense 3 books into one. Spiderwick's like, hold my beer. And then their beer spills out of their friend's hand. And they're like, oh, shoot, we can't put 5 movies in one book. Ah!
He's going Kermit again. Okay, I did not like it. Okay. I liked it just because I like my good. I liked Lemony Snicket's involvement with the movie. He was good natured about the whole thing, right? He's that kind of guy. He's a very satirical person.
I feel like Jim Carrey was the perfect Uncle Olaf.
Yeah.
Just the rest of the movie was just disappointing.
I feel like it was Jim Carrey giving 110% like he usually does.
Yeah, everyone else is down
But
here.
then like everybody else is down there and acting like a straight movie. But it's like,
Meryl
I don't know.
Streep, like,
oh no, Meryl Streep. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. And John Cleese as well. I totally forgot. Yeah,
I forgot that John Cleese was in that movie.
Me too.
Yeah,
wait,
John
who
Cleese.
is he? No, it's
it's not John Cleese.
it's
I know the name.
the Scottish guy or Irish. Yeah, the Scottish guy.
It's the Scottish guy.
I can't remember his name. He's great. He's really great.
Look him up. Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly, yeah.
Oh,
He plays
okay.
Monster Uncle Montgomery.
Monty.
Well, what about the Netflix series? Did you guys ever finish that?
How far
or?
I want to finish it. We got to like
finished it.
episode 3.
I watched up to book 7
I already
or
didn't
8.
like one thing. A lot like
I liked it a lot.
Oh, so it felt a lot like the new series. What's the new book series he did, which is a prequel?
Where Have You Been? Or what's it called?
All the Wrong Questions.
All the Wrong Questions. Yeah.
It reminded me a lot like that. So they already did something in the spoiler alert. They already did something in the Netflix series.
Wait,
that
I haven't finished it.
No, you would have seen it already.
I got to when they were going to the ice. And I got to book 10. I got to book 10.
Oh, we didn't even get that far. And they already revealed it.
You're fine.
The parents are alive.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And I did not like that they kept the parents alive.
That's accurate to the book. Because they are alive early on in the series, in the books, they are alive. You don't know it yet.
Yeah.
You find out by book 11 in the Grim Grotto, they are somewhat alive.
Yeah, at some point,
they were alive.
At some point,
and that's what's awesome about series of unfortunate events. That's the mystery, and the way it unfolds is. I love it, Mr. I kind of want to watch finish this series. But anyway, all right.
Wait, David, did you have anything else to say about a series of unfortunate events?
No, I just wanted to bring it up.
I just want to see your reaction.
Jim Carrey's cool.
Yeah, it just, when we were talking about bad adaptations, that just kind of popped into my head, and it's like, that was definitely what you would call a bad adaptation, condensing a whole book series into one movie.
I remember too when that came out, a cousin went to go see it first, and we were like, you got to go see it, what's it like? And he was like, he was so mad. They tried to shove the first 3 books into one. He's like, and then they jump backwards and they try to put the end of the first book at the end of the movie. And there was like a technicality thing there, but it was like, we were like, how do you do that in one movie? He's like, you don't. And then we all went to go see it as
one thing I do like about the film is that it does bring that wonderful drab nature that the books have, and it really emphasizes it really well.
The atmosphere.
I would say the series does a pretty good jow of it as well. And I actually kind of like...
the series is way more the attitude of the author, though.
What's his name? How I Met Your Mother. Dang it. What's his name?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, yeah,
I think he's
great. He does a really good job.
Fantastic as Uncle Olaf. So anyway, let's move on to...
Your favorite.
What? Which one?
Artemis Fowl.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about it.
I was really curious about your opinions on this.
I'm actually going to get into this in our next section, where I'm going to ask, like, what do we want to see adapted next? Okay. But so I'll get into that then. But I was waiting for you very to do disappointed to hear that, because I remember hearing about the movie because it was a pandemic film where they made it in like 2019.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, it was 2019. They filmed it, and they only were able to release it in August of 2020 on Disney Plus only.
It totally flew over my. I completely forgot.
And it was it was concepted to only be on Disney Plus in the first place. It wasn't going to be in theaters at all, from what I know.
Straight to streaming.
And you got stuff like Josh Gad in there as like the chief of police for the fairies and stuff, which is fine, I guess. But I actually never got to see the film.
Oh, you didn't?
Because I heard it was absolutely horrendous.
You saved yourself the trouble.
I saved myself the trouble.
Did they take it off of Disney Plus? No, I think it's still on there. Actually. Is it?
Well, it's funny because
I think about like the
Disney
stuff they
made
took
it,
off. That was
but then
like,
I feel like it might be one of those that Disney actually made and then just took down and nuked because they did that with the Grease. There was a series on Paramount Plus or HBO about a sequel series to Grease, the original musical.
I heard about that.
And it was a series about the chicks of the of the high school or whatever, or the town. And it was about me. I know David gives me the face. He's like, yeah, what the heck? I know it, right? So they made this series, released, did a press release, did a press tour, everything. Everybody came out. It came out. Everybody never watched it because
I never heard of it.
It turns out HBO decided to scrap it, or Paramount, whoever, they scrapped it, completely took it offline. And now you can't even track it down anywhere unless you pirated it.
Same for like the Willow series.
It turned and same with Willow, which is really weird.
I got to finish that one though. Artemis Fowl.
It's not on Disney Plus.
They took it off.
Wow.
I told you results on Disney Plus.
Good riddance. I heard terrible things about it. It didn't look good at all.
Can I make a comment?
Maybe I should watch it. I don't know.
I think you should.
So
there's so much potential with that show.
Won't like
with
it
the series
because I watched a video about book adaptations, and the guy who made this video essay, his favorite book was Artemis Fowl, the series.
Oh, man.
And he absolutely hated the movie because in the books, Artemis Fowl is a villain in the first one, at least.
Yes,
because Ian Colfer, the author, said, what if we did Die Hard but fantasy? So
yeah,
and Artemis is supposed to be Hans Gruber in that situation.
Really?
Yeah, but he's like 12.
But he's a 12-year-old boy who's a genius.
Interesting.
So Disney said, we can't have a villain as our main character. So they made him not a villain.
So dumb.
They made him more just like an investigator into the fairy world, I guess. And then they made the fairy agent who's trying to prove to everyone that a woman can be in charge.
Oh my god!
No, that's in the book.
No. I understand that.
But they took that and made her a 12-year-old girl.
What?
So,
I know why,
What?
but that's dumb.
Okay, so you're probably not. Gonna
I
like the
know
movie.
why because of stuff that happens later in the series, but that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
So don't watch it, Jake.
Yeah, the books are really interesting. It's basically
I think you should watch it anyway. I want to see you Kermit.
I kind of want to.
I want to see you, Kermit.
Patreon exclusive, guys. Jake watches the Artemis Fowl adaptation. How are we going to do that? It's taken down. Okay, so it's going to be like an unlisted YouTube video. We put it on Patreon. We streamed the whole. We put the whole film on screen because screw it. Why not?
No, what you got to do
Yeah?
is you got to do. You release the video and you tell people to put the video on at the same time as the movie.
And how do you find a copy of the movie?
Grace Randolph does that.
Check the description below.
Grace Randolph does
and
that.
you click at a bunch of viruses. Just
She's
pop
like, I'm
up.
gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1. Play.
I hate that though.
Okay, so Lex, Chelsea, did you go over your bad one or your unappreciated one?
Unappreciated.
I can't think of one.
That's okay. No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
The only other ones on there are
Aragon, which
Percy Jackson.
I don't really care
We already
about.
talked about Ender's
Yeah,
Game
we
and
don't
Aragon.
have to talk about those.
Yeah, I think Percy
I never
Jackson.
read,
Percy Jackson's on
Percy
the up and
Jackson
up
or
because
Aragon.
of the series, and I think what I've heard, they've done a great job with it. Just think it's awesome also that they got actors who are actually
The Disney Plus
age.
series is
The
what
Disney
you're
Plus
talking
Yeah,
series.
the correct
They actually
age.
got actors that are the correct age, which is great.
They're not like 20.
Yeah, they're not like 20 years old. Artemis Fowl. Let's see. Is there anything else?